We focus now on the most famous and controversial CIA directors in our history, who are the subject of a book that is in focus tonight. The book is entitled Disciples: The World War II Missions of the CIA Directors Who Fought for Wild Bill Donovan. It was previously released in hardcover. Now it's available in paperback. And we're pleased to be joined by the author of this great book, Doug Waller, Skyping in tonight. Douglas, thanks for your time here on Newsmax Prime. And as we review our history, before there was a CIA, there was an OSS, and the man in charge was Wild Bill Donovan. Now, you're talking about four men who eventually became directors of Central Intelligence, but tell us what they were able to do during World War II at OSS for Wild Bill.
These four men were Allen Dulles, Richard Helms, William Colby, and William Casey, all of whom became very controversial CIA directors in their time. But before they took the top job at the CIA, they served under Wild Bill Donovan's OSS, the Office of Strategic Services, during World War II, and that was Franklin Roosevelt's spy service. Allen Dulles ran a very successful station in Bern, Switzerland, where he launched a number of operations to collect intelligence inside Germany and also to fund covert movements in occupied France and Italy. William Colby launched or participated in very daring commando operations in the the Burgundy region southeast of France, and also in Norway during World War II. Very dangerous operations. William Casey, at the young age of 31 years old, was appointed head of all of secret intelligence for Europe by Donovan, with a very daunting mission to penetrate Nazi Germany with OSS officers and agents. Richard Helms was headed up a very dangerous, activity in occupied Berlin shortly after the war, where he hunted for Nazi war criminals, looked for Nazi stolen art, and eventually started spying on the Russians.
And you take a look at their resumes, they were men of action involved in very dangerous operations, but later, as each ascended to the directorship of Central Intelligence, they encountered different challenges. For example, Allen Dulles, forever linked with the Bay of Pigs; Richard Helms, convicted of lying to Congress about the CIA's role in ousting Salvador Allende in Chile; Bill Colby, by opening up all the information about alleged misdeeds in the 50s and 60s, and Bill Casey, of course, with the Iran-Contra situation. A lot of things went on that some would say tarnished the reputation of these men and jeopardized Central Intelligence. Doug, is there a lesson we need to take from the collective lives of these gallant men who faced controversy in their later days?
Well, there are some broader lessons. I mean, these four men during World War II fought Nazism, and successfully so. And they came away from that war not really, in shell shock. You don't find any PTSD among these guys, but rather invigorated by their fight against Nazism and ready to carry it over against communism. And each one of them believed in one respect or another that they could fight communism the way they had the Nazis in World War II. And history didn't really repeat itself in this particular case. And they really came a cropper by, in some cases, learning the wrong lessons from World War II and trying to apply them to the new Cold War that we faced.
And so, in leadership, in an area like intelligence, the important thing to remember is history doesn't always repeat itself, and you take the training and the experience, apply it to the here and now. And we are very pleased, Doug, that your book, In the Here and Now, has moved to availability in paperback. Again, the name of the book, Disciples: The World War II Missions of the CIA Directors Who Fought for Wild Bill Donovan. Douglas Waller, We thank you for your time tonight here on Newsmax Prime.
Good talking to you.